Ange Postecoglou is arguably the greatest football manager Australia has ever produced. He's won titles in the NSL, A-League and J-League, as well as leading the Socceroos to their only major international trophy. All that success didn't mean the Scottish media would go lightly on him when he joined Celtic, although maybe the Scottish media didn't appreciate that Ange wouldn't go lightly on them either.
Much has been made about the jump this is for you, perhaps. How big a jump do you think this is in terms of your career?
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by jump, but I'm assuming you're saying I worked at a lower level or some lesser level. I guess that's a matter of opinion. I've coached at a World Cup. I've coached at against some of the best teams in the world. So that's not how I look at it.
That was Ange's first jousting match with the Scottish press. He's got a bit of history of going head-to-head with hostile media members, as anyone who knows the context of this clip would be well aware.
So as a professional media analyst, and you are very passionate about it, which I commend you on, why don't you go to the effort of making sure your research is right? Why don't you go to the effort of maybe coming to a training session instead of just sitting at a million miles away and making assumptions?
You're not paid to win training sessions, okay. Ange. You're not paid to win training sessions.
And his, let's say, dialogue with the Scottish media has continued on in lively form, to say the least. Nearly every week, Ange has delivered a killer line, like a master fencer might a devastating riposte. After Celtic crashed out of Champions League qualifying, he had this exchange with a BBC Scotland journalist, who described the result as catastrophic. Ange disagreed.
It's pretty strong language, mate. I don't know what your definition of catastrophic is, but it certainly doesn't fit my definition of what happened tonight. So,
is that not fair?
No, because catastrophic to me means the end. This is far from the end.
Ahead of his first league game against Edinburgh club Hearts of Midlothian, he was asked how much he, as a foreigner, even knew about the opponents.
I was still on the same planet, mate. I haven't come from outer space, so I kind of know. You'd be surprised how much I know about Hearts. It's got a strong Aussie connection, mate.
Earlier in the season, Celtic's bitter rivals Rangers opened up a small lead over them in the Scottish Premiership, and the media was saying the title race was all but over. But a few weeks later, when Celtic had narrowed that gap, Ange was quick to remind the media of exactly what they'd said.
Well, I thought the premiership race was over, mate, so I'm not looking at the table anymore, so we're just kind of doing our own thing.
Above all, Ange is a football idealist with a philosophy to match, so calls for short-term pragmatism drew this response. "My view on that," he said, "is if you're a strict vegetarian, you don't drop into Macca's just because you're hungry, mate. This is what I believe in. I don't believe in it because I'm trying to prove something. I just believe it is truly the way to create a special team." In short, as far as a special team goes, Celtic might be on the way towards building just that. A special manager? Well, that they've already got.